Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. I was showing, where's it at? I was showing these the other day. I shared them on Instagram and I did a video here. And Corky Anderson, who is Daisy's mama and Plum Creek Booksmith, asked me if I would do a video how I did it. So I sat down to do it, and guys, I thought I had construction paper. This is cardstock black, and look what it does when you take sandpaper to it. So you have to have construction paper. I can't even ink over that white. It just won't work. So I don't have a picture of, this one's completed as far as I'm going to go with it. I don't have a picture of the praying hands and the Bible to put on the front of this one. Printed. I have it in my files somewhere, but I need to print it. But I love the hands. This was Kay's idea. She puts it on hers, and I just thought, you know what? That's the last thing we hold when someone passes away. We look at their little long baby fingers when they're born, and we go, oh, look, she's got piano fingers, or he has piano fingers. You get married, you have the picture of the hands together. Hands tell a story, and I just think that it's such an impactful photo, clutching the Bible. So I just ran to the Dollar General to get construction paper, $3.25 later. So what I did, as far as I can remember, because I really can't remember, is I just folded them. It doesn't have to be in half because we're going to tear. And this I'll use for maybe behind photos or something. And then I just organized some papers, but you know me, I have to do my tearing and get rid of the corners because I want it to look like a mouse got to it, basically. And you found it in the attic, you know, grandma passed away and you're cleaning the attic. What's the story to this, you know? A little nibble here, a little nibble there. I might have got a little carried away with this one, but I don't care. So there's that mess. I've got my thread ready. I don't have any. I've got a whole pile of papers here, actually. So there's that. I don't like straight edges. I don't like this. And sandpaper. My sander's in the garage. I did go out to sand it. That's how I found out, oh boy, it doesn't work. But look at here. I'm not going back out. I just shut the garage door and came in. Actually, I close it. I come in and then I close it. I love my inside remote. But I'm just not going to do it. But see, looky here. We got a hole. I like that. Now, when Kay shared hers, she said she sent Billy, her husband, out to the shed to sand it. And I'm like, oh, he used a literal sander? What a clever idea. So that's where I got that idea. I'm not going to do anything to the spine because, well, I guess I could put something on the inside. I want the signature to stay, but let's make a hole. Well, it's not going to matter there because that's going to be covered. So the next thing I did, whoops, see there? Got another mouse chewing on there. The next thing I did was pull my sleeves up because I'm going to work. Was a hymn. Okay, here's my hymn book, which I just found. It was underneath the table in the living room, and I'm like, at Christmas I must have shoved it under there. So I wanted a good hymn to show at the top, and the ones I looked for the Old Rugged Cross, and it's not in here. I thought this was an old Baptist or fundamental hymn book. I never heard. Praise ye Lord. Look at this, it's even got the tape on it. Tell me the old story. I pulled that. Tell me the story of Jesus. Standing on the promises. That's a good one. I think, what should we do? Amazing Grace is in here, but I might use that somewhere else. How about Standing on the Promises? Let's do that. You know, they say there's no atheist in the foxhole. And my son doesn't like to talk about religion, but he grew up, you know, hearing about it, and it's just a part of our life. he didn't go to church as a child, I regret to say. I got mad at my church when my husband and I were having marriage troubles, and it was an old fundamental church, which I don't know. Some people go, oh, you're rebelling against God. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't like what they said one time, and it made me mad. And I'm not even going to get into that. But what they did was they told us we couldn't go to counseling, that we had to do it through the pastor and the deacons. So I was the only woman in that meeting. And it was just, I felt like I was being attacked. I literally felt like I was being attacked. And I left and never went back. And then I did find a church locally here that I like a lot. But the 13 years that I spent in that church was just kind of all thrown away when I felt like I needed to be heard too. That's enough of church. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm going to tell you something. My family's full of all different, my daughter-in-law's Catholic. She came from Mexico, and she's a very devout Catholic. And she's one of the most wonderful human beings on the face of the earth. So there's that. And, her family's very Catholic. They don't miss anything. My grandkids are being raised Catholic with her. My son doesn't go. He's not Catholic. He didn't convert. He didn't do anything with it, but it works for them. You know what? It's their marriage. It's not my marriage. And, I love her. She is everything. My daughter married a boy in the Lutheran church. His whole family's very, very, I'm going to say churchy. She never misses church. She attends the Lutheran church with him. I don't know that she took classes and joined the church, but she never misses their little boys being raised in the Lutheran church. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And I think, hopefully we all end up in the same place. That's just all I say about that. So, no more church, no more God talk. We're doing a Bible book. We're doing a Promises of God book. We're doing a Grandma's Prayer book. And that's it. That's my thing. So let's see. How did I do these? Oh, I just dropped it. Okay. So this went on. Oops, that's the back. I don't have the hands. The hem shows. So we're going to put the hem on so it shows. Let's do it. Do, 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 do. How great thou art. There you go. I love this. Here's me. I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. That's my thing. But you know what? If you cuss in your head, he hears it anyway. So that's the way that goes. Okay, there's the front. Now I need the picture that I don't have. Could I adapt? Yep, I sure could. Should we adapt? There's a church. I'd like to put a church on the inside. So we got a church. Not a very big picture. I got my praying couple. Dang it, I gotta look that up. I, for some reason, think it's called Our Daily Bread, but I don't think it is. I think it is, but I don't think it is. Does that make sense? This is Thomas Kincaid, the painter of light. Oh, what's on the other side here? Therefore, having been justified by faith, we have peace with God. That's pretty. That's pretty. I might use that. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Here's a church. I was going to use this, but I didn't realize there was a church on the other side. How did I do these? I'm going to look and see how I did it. No church on that one. I had a church, but it was in black and white. But why can't we just rough this up? We can. We can do whatever we want. Our story. I want to tear this steeple. I like to tear. I love to tear my journals. I sure don't want to ruin that steeple. I spent 10 years in the penitentiary Not really. I spent 10 years in the nursing home. I spent 10 years in the pen. I'll tell you, you hear a lot of praying and, you know, the people are elderly, so there's a lot of pastors that every Sunday come and visit them and sing with them and do the little church service, and it's on everybody's minds there. Okay, so we did this, and then I put some quilt. Where's my scraps? I did get some things out. Not many. Not that. That's too modern. I have quilt chunks. I have so many quilts. Okay, these are baby dresses. We could do a baby dress. We don't care. These are children's clothes. Not that. Okay. So we want something behind here. How about a piece of tablecloth? And let me see how I did these. Not that I have to copy. I certainly don't have to copy, because I don't have to copy. I don't think this will tear. Oh, it tore. Good. So my son went to work today, and he's leaving work at 1, works at a bank. He works in insurance, is where he works. He is leaving at 1 today to get to, he hit a deer about 2 weeks ago, and he has to have an estimate. He sent preliminary pictures in. We have Progressive, and they estimated it at over $7,000, and they want to fix it. But then when he got another adjuster called him and said, we think it might end up being total, but we want you to get an estimate. There, isn't that pretty? Isn't that so pretty? Get another estimate. I'm just going to throw this down. Throw it down. I think, let me see, what can I use? Let's use this. So he's got an appointment in Sioux Falls at 4 o'clock, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He's moving. And he's moving this coming weekend, in a week. And here he is, I need my car into the shop. And I said, I wish you'd do it here, because the place that I use, well, actually, it's the place he bought the car, too. I said, they'll give you a car to drive. You won't even have to do a rental. They gave me a brand new SUV, had heated steering wheel and everything when I hit a deer, probably 3 years ago. And it only had 50 miles on it. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. And he goes, well, I'm moving, and I don't really want my car this far, 2.5 hours away. So how am I going to make this old? I'll tell you how I'm going to make it old. I'm going to sand it. So he's leaving. He's got his car loaded, completely full of all the stuff I packed, because I packed him. I'm packing you, kid. He laid the seats down. I wish I had finer sandpaper. I do. And he's off. He's got a friend there, and he's going to put the stuff in her garage. And then his last day at work is Thursday. He's going to head up there and get his key and sign his lease. He's not getting his key. He's going to sign his lease. And then on Saturday, well, he'll come back. And then on Saturday, his dad has a pickup, and he's going to, let's tone down these scratches. He's going to load him up and move him out. And he will be gone. So he's got all his clothes, which is, I'm telling you, he worked in retail clothing, H&M clothing, and Express clothing, and Hot Topic. So he is a fashionista. And now he's in insurance, so he's got 50 polo shirts, 30 or 40 button-up shirts, and oh my gosh. So he has all his clothes, for the most part. He used garbage bags, and he went around the hangers with them and tied them up. And he's got them, they're still hanging in his closet. But when the closet gets empty and he gets gone, I'm going to go in and completely redo the room. It was my bedroom before he came, and I went ahead and gave it to him. He came back because of COVID. He was in Oregon, for those that don't know. And the whole COVID lockdown in that liberal state just completely destroyed him. Lost his car. His apartment was $1,000 a month, and his unemployment was $230 a week. So 246,800, 2468, and 30, 60, and 60 is 120. So $920 a month unemployment because the mall closed. But his rent was more than that. So how do you do it? And you had your car payment. It was terrible. He stuck it out. Then they had fires. Then they went back and opened the mall. They only let them, because COVID only gets you between noon and 7. They only let him work noon to 7. They had to shut them all down. Then they had fires in Oregon, and it was terrifying. I'm telling you, he was on level 2 or whatever. He had the bags ready to go. The other level is don't even grab your bag. Just get the heck out. And at that time, all he had was a bicycle because he lived on the path along the river about a couple blocks from the mall. And then he got a car. When the fires hit, I said, you need to go get a car now. You need to have a car. You need a plan B. He had a friend that was going to swing by and get him, but he was going to have to bicycle to them. It was freaking awful, let me tell you. Let's make some pages quick because I need to do that. Look at that. Is that cool? So, so we're all through all that. That's all over with. Holy cow, this is hot. Turn my heater off. I'll leave a little heater in here. Okay, we're going to just make it uneven. Let's do one this way. I don't have any rhyme or reason to this. And then let's stick a doily in there. I have this pretty doily. I dyed these yesterday. This is the cookie sheet because I didn't want to waste time and go out here and get my parchment paper that I use over and over and over again because it's called Lazy. So I have a round one too somewhere. Where's it at? So needless to say, it's a big weekend for me. Well, it's not a big weekend for me. It's a big weekend coming up. Let's do this. Okay, this is going to have to be one. We'll do that. There's that. We're going to go like this. What else? I'm just going to zone out here for a minute and think about what I'm doing. There's a recipe. Why don't we stick that in? So I was talking to this guy in Florida about selling my big Bible, and I got a contract from him yesterday. My friend told me don't do it. My French friend that isn't French, she said I wouldn't do it. I'm like, but I would. I have no idea what it's worth, but let me tell you, I found one that's $7,000 on eBay, better shape than mine. But they're after the illustrations. They're not after the actual Bible. Well, the actual Bible's pretty freaking cool too. Should we put these people? Oh, she's with a Santa Claus. I don't know that. That's out. That's to cut. Let's do a piece of music. We can put a piece of music in there. So I got a contract emailed to me. I've printed it out. And after eBay costs come out, it's a 50-50 split. But you know what? He has 200,000 antique books in his collection. He's got 22,000 listed on eBay. at the present time. I believe that's what it is. You can consign to him, but he's already got the clientele. This is my father's world. I like that. I'll just turn to that. So I think I'll do this way, and then you've got all the words. What's the other side? Joyful, joyful, joyful. Okay. So what made me bring this up is this recipe. I started thinking about all the stuff I have. Lord have mercy, have I got this stuff. And then I was looking through his things, and I watched some of his podcasts, and I'm like, oh, why did I tear that up? I had a very, very old, from the 1940s, in a sleeve. Well, let me show you. It's right here. No, it isn't. Where's it at? Yeah, it is. This and this. These are worth money, and I'm so dumb that I tore into them. I'm done doing it. This is not in good. It was in better shape when I got it, but it's full page prints, which I have put on my, I have a gallery wall. Isn't that gorgeous? In my home, 36 pictures on it. This is a copyright 1906 RTV Sales Inc. This is 1966. But anything they were saying in the art world is worth money. I'm so dumb. I've torn out of it. And then I have this. Well, this is just Time Life, but I don't know what it's worth. But you know what? When you get something for under $1, and then I don't know if I've torn in this too. This smells so good. Who doesn't love that? So that's my favorite smell in the world. That and baby lotion. The pink stuff, baby magic. Who doesn't love that? Anyway, I have so many stacks of magazine collections that are in mint condition. I think I'm going to message him and say, do I need a contract for each piece? I'm going to trim this so this shows the country special. And I've got a plain piece, and I've got a doily, and I've got a plain piece, and I've got sheet music that opens up. I'll let you go this way. Does anybody else think things have to be from left to right or a particular way? So I need more pages. What should we do? How about, let me see what I have. I have any kind of a document. I kind of do, but let's use it. Who cares? Oops, tore that. Tore that. Let's put that in. I do have, oh, where's my Crafty Cat? I just did a whole bunch of Crafty Cats kits. Okay, how about we put in a piece of this? This is what I coffee dye with. Let's use a piece of this. Well, we're getting there. We're getting a little bit of stuff. Where's my Crafty Cat papers? Here they are. Right before I got sick, I had coffee dyed all these. And I was going to do a project. That's pretty. Look at that. How beautiful is this? Whoops, that's new papers. Oh, thought I did that. Look at that hole. Isn't that lovely? I actually need that. There we go. But look at these papers. I think this is grungy wallpaper. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gorgeous. I'm going to use that one though. look at that. This is an envelope, and I don't know how to fold these damn things. I'm going to mail it to her and say, okay, fold it, please. Maybe I'll do this. Actually, if I don't do that, I won't have the... All right, that's enough of that. I don't know what else is in here. Ooh, Butterfingers. Oh, this is interesting. I think this is, I don't know who. Let's see that. Maybe, that might be Amy's. Okay, there's that. This one's a little different because I didn't do anything like that in the others. Okay. There. We don't have to have everything torn, do we? Kinda do. Well, you know where this would be pretty? Oh, come on. My neighbor lives in Omaha, and he messaged me on Monday, and I just saw it last night, asking me if I would go and make sure that he turned his water off on his hose. He couldn't remember. He said, I'm pretty sure I did. He said, I'm just, you know, when you live 2 hours away, you have a lake home. It's like, did I do all these checks I'm supposed to do? Like, did I shut off the water to the hose? Did I take the hose and unhook it? Did I do this? Did I do that? You know what I mean? And he said, if you don't mind, would you go check? So I did today. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just saw this. And I said, I will go right over and check. And everything was done that he asked. He had done it. Can you believe I've lost the... Here it is. Okay. So this is black sinew. It's fake. I didn't know it was fake when I bought it, but it's fake. Got it at Hobby Lobby, and I like it. And I'm using black because of the black. So we're just going to guess. And I want it to tie on the inside. So I'm not going to get carried away about, you know what, it's not a beautiful $300 journal. It's just an old tattered thing. So we don't care. Go right through there. And we'll go up here. I was going to go thrifting this morning. I texted my niece. She's working. She works from home. And I said, I heard you were throwing up all night and you're running a fever. Are you sure you're going to be able to work? She said, I wish, not wish she was sick, but wish she didn't have to work. Because I wanted her to go thrifting with me. I don't want to go alone today. I just didn't want to go alone. So she had a meeting at 8:30 on the phone. Every day at 8:30 they have a phone, what do you call it? That split a little bit, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. So I do love this waxed thread. I don't think I need to get real carried away with making sure it's not gonna come apart, because it is gonna be kind of ratty. All right, there we go. Let's cut it. And I'm going to cut it short because I'm not going to put, I could put beads on it, but it's already not long enough. So we'll just do that. All right, where are we sticking this? I don't know where my pin cushion is. Good Lord, let's hook it right here. Okay, so we got our signatures in. We've got the front. We need the picture of the hands in the Bible. We've got, all these pages need to be kind of like inked up. I might even go in and add some, lay some tea bags on it. And then I just start throwing in stuff like doilies. Why don't we just do a little of that? I can always do the inking after. So then I just take, so here I've got a piece of this. Sorry about that, guys. You know, ever since I was sick, I still have this throat stuff. Like I don't know what it is. I just can't kick it. How about, where's that? Let's put it, well, we've got something hanging there. How about we put it, let's put it on here. Okay. I'm going to use this and hopefully it sticks. Actually, let's put it on the bottom. I do have a little bit of, I'm almost out of fabric tack. This was curtain. It was a valance from Walmart, and I had a 5-bedroom house before I moved here. And I did one of the bedrooms very, very awesome for my friend in California. She was coming out to stay with me. And I put a really pretty wallpaper in there, and I just fixed it all up for her. And those are the valances I bought. I had wooden shutters on the top and the bottom. I removed the top ones and left the bottom ones, and they were stained, so then I painted them white. So it had white shutters. And then I went to Menards, which is like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, and they had a table and 2 chairs, like an ice cream set. And it was, I believe it was black. It's painted red now. It's outside. But I bought that for that bedroom and put it in a corner, and I put an old galvanized bucket on it with some peonies, artificial peonies from Hobby Lobby. But my grandma called them pennies because she was a little bit close to Missouri. Pennies. Of course, she cooked in a kettle. But anyway, it was cute. I had an old chalkboard I put up on the wall above that with the wooden tray for the chalk. It was old and it had the alphabet across the top. Actually, where is that thing? I think it's in the closet here. And I drew a sailboat on there, and I wrote a poem on it about setting your sail, because she had just gone through a double mastectomy and a very aggressive kind of a cancer. And she's still with us. And that was in 2017. She is still with us. So, praise to God for that one. Glory be to God. All right, there you go. So now we just need to start adding, right? Let's put this little piece of lace somewhere. How about right here? I'm going to use this. Let's put this here. We'll just glue that on. And then we got a little lace here. Let's put a picture. My cat is pawing at the door. He wants in. Too bad, kid. I'm just going to tear this picture. There's a lot of influenza A going around here. My granddaughter's a wrestler. She's 9. And they had practice last night, but they said, please, we're getting to the important part of the season. I think at 9 years old, I think she's going to be going to state this year already. She's really good. She's Pins boys. She's very good. But anyway, and if she doesn't, if they choose not to let her, that's fine too. But if your kids are sick, please don't let them come to practice, because we're getting to the final part, you know, where they've learned everything. Not everything, but they just need to learn to put it into practice. And he says, boy, the school is just full of it. Do we want color? Do we want to stick with the black? Now, where'd I put that black? Extra piece. Such a mess. Should we put the praying people in? He goes on this side and she goes on this side. Or should we make them a book? Let's make them a book. Let me get this stuff out of here. I can't find the construction paper. Lord. What did I do with it? Are you serious? How did I lose that? Oh, here it is. Ta-da. I think I'll make them in a little book. Let's see how big he is. We'll put him here. So I'm gonna, oops, I don't need this. Oops, I don't want this either. I love that this has two different applicators. I'm just gonna leave some space on the outside edge, so in case I want to throw some lace under it or something. Piece of fabric. Same with her. There. Now we've got our little book. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm just going to tear. I'm going to tear her off because I don't want her white showing. There we go. Now, I need my black ink dauber. I have a mess. I have a full-blown mess. There it is. I think this might be getting dry. I have not crafted for so long. Everything needs re-inked and all that. Let's not use that. Let's use the brown. So my granddaughter wrestles Saturday. It's an hour away. I don't know if I'm going. I haven't missed one yet, mainly because I haul people. Because my son and my granddaughter, they have to go early because she has to go be there in time for weigh-in, which is like 3 hours before she even wrestles. So my daughter-in-law goes along. So the dad and the mom, my son and daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter go, but then they have two boys, and one of them has a girlfriend, and they're far enough away that I just, instead of them driving, I just say, you guys want to ride with me, I'll take you. Because they don't want to go for a couple hours after it's already going. How about we do something on the outside of this? Let's make this pretty. This is too, not the thing. How about we put some kind of baby thing on it? Gosh, I can't believe I'm going to tear this up. Do you know how many years I've had this? We're just going to do it. There we go. It's just rotten. Look at that. It's just absolutely rotten. There's her little cuff. Aww. Just think, some little girl wore this. Wonder what she did in it. Played, rode a pony. Piggyback on her daddy. Piggyback rides. Let's do something with that. I do like this pleating here. It's on both sides. Oh my gosh, this must be the front. Okay, here's the front. How sweet is that? Let's tear it down. Get a piece of that. Oh my gosh, it's just threadbare. Look at that. I want this little bit of embroidery. Did anybody else get sick with this stuff? I said, why don't they close the school? My gosh, my daughter, her two kids were sick last week all week. Temperatures, and when she finally did send my little grandson to preschool back, he slept the first day back, and the second day back, he slept and then he woke up with diarrhea. So She had to go get him. The first day they just let him sleep, but you know, a 4-year-old at school with diarrhea, it's like, is this not going to end? And he'd been home, he was sick on the weekend, so we're clear into like Thursday. After being homesick all weekend, and Monday, Tuesday, I think she sent him back Wednesday because he didn't have a fever. We go through this every year. It's just like, you know what? When it snows, we're like, oh, it's snowing. We freak out. Okay, it snows every year in Iowa. What's new? How about we do this? And we act like we've never seen snow. Although, let's talk about the snow in Florida. So much for global warming. Look there. But we've had one measurable snow. I think we had 4 or 5 inches. But you know what? That's nothing. The snow they've got in, of course, we have road equipment and stuff, but the snow that they got in, like Louisiana, my little niece is there, and they didn't have boots. The kids don't have boots. The little girl did, but the little boy has no boots. He had no gloves. He had no winter coat. She layered some sweatshirts on him so they can go play. And enjoy it, you know what I mean? But we're totally prepared for that kind of stuff. We just drive in it. It's nothing to us. They cancel school and everything, and we're like, no, you just. And then I was noticing on a thread where some of them had their work quit closed. They couldn't go to work, and I'm like, I used to drive at 6:30 in the morning in the dark before the county plows had been out in my little bitty Kia Soul. That won't go. Because I worked at a nursing home, and you have to be there for the patient. They're not patients, the clients. Here's a little tiny scrap of quilt. I think I'm going to put that right there. But I'm going to have to use my Fabri-Tac. I need to go to Walmart and get some Fabri-Tac today. Boy, I tell you, I'm trying to avoid going to town because if I go to Walmart, I'm going to go thrifting. If I go thrifting, I'm going to spend money on junk that I don't need. But I want it so bad. I never spend a lot. I'm also $2 away. They do a thing where for every $10 you get a point, and I'm at $18. So when I hit $20, I get $10 free. So if I go in there and spend $20, I'll get 2 points, and then I get, so I'll get $30 worth. I can get another 10 for free. What should we do? That's kind of cute. I like that. We need to put some buttons on. Where's my buttons? My buttons aren't even here. Look at this. I love this. It's kind of heavy though. I have all kinds of cool things I can put on. All right, I think I'm going to end this video because I need to round up some buttons and get some thread to do that. I need to get some pictures ready to go in here. But this is a pretty good start. A pretty good start. I need to get some quilt pieces that I have. Let's see here. I have a piece of ticking. I think I'll add a piece of this one. Oh, I can't tear it. Oh, it's not going to tear. Let's just do this. Do that. And oh, I gotta do some digging. I need to do some digging. I'll do something with that. I have a piece of this. Oh, this is a pretty one. Let's use this. Let's put this in here. Let's do that quick. let's put this here and have it lift. You know what I mean? Like this. And then put a lady under there. And I think I have a pretty lady somewhere. This. Should we put her back there? Now let's put her back there. And I think I'll hook her. Should I hinge her? Or should I put these kids back there? Let's put the kids back there. There's some little kids hiding. Okay. She's beautiful. I think I'll hinge her. She'd be pretty on this. Oh, you know where she'd be pretty is right here with this over her. Or maybe... Let's put her here. Where's that wallpaper? Amy's. All right, I'm just trying to get some color down here behind her. And it can hang free. It doesn't have to be attached all the way like that. I do want it attached. I take that back. But I mean up here it can be wonky. And I wish she was smaller. I have some ready. Here's a cute guy. Cute kids. No. Maybe. No, because they're not actual photographs. You know what I could do is... No, not going to ruin that. Noon whistle. Okay. They've been testing it the last few days. It's really weird how they've been doing it. I kind of like this better. One of these men. Look at the soldiers. Soldier boy, oh my little soldier boy, do 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 do. I'll be true to you. Remember that song? You were my first love. How about if I can't run her. Let's just, you know what? Let's just cut her down. Hold on. I'm just going to cut. Let's just cut her down because you know why? I want this wallpaper to show. This paper of Amy at the Crafty Cat. It's her kit. I want it to show. I don't like this bow on her head. It looks like she's got some kind of a duck beak coming up. Or something. I don't know where I get these pictures. I just find them. But that's crooked. I can't cut straight. Sometimes it doesn't even matter, but it matters when it matters, right? Take a little more off. All right, I'm going to put her on and I'm going to be done because I have to clean up. I have such a flipping mess. It's bad. I can regroup and do the rest of it. Get some pieces of quilts and some buttons ready. And some other stuff. Let's put her on. I probably should have made her a flip. I think that's what I said I was going to do, and then I didn't do it. Should we put something behind here? Yes, let's. It's not coffee dyed. I think I have some that is. Actually, right here. Look at that. I'm telling you, I need to declutter. It's bad. It's so bad. Let's let that go long. Okay, we got her. That's what we got now. Got the front. I need to get the Bible picture. We got this. Can add a piece of this. We put some of this on. Maybe not. Maybe somewhere. Just not there. Okay, this needs to go down. There. This is pink and a peach. All right, like I said, I need to regroup. I'm going to regroup. Should I say it again? I'm going to regroup. Maybe make a pocket or something. All right, that's it. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to get some different scraps, and come back. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.